Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being with me in this channel, and welcome all you who are new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And in today's video, like I have posted on Facebook, I'm just going to talk about us, myself and my family, especially in this journey, what I have just started with my online business. So I just want to make a few, just some points for every one of you who have been asking, those of you who are following me closely, even those of you who've already started doing things online under my influence of creating content. Thank you so much for believing in us and having the trust to know there is something out there that if we can do, you can do as well. So today I have my daughter with me. She's just going to be here with me. It's a story of our family, and so she just she's just gonna be here and feeling good. So first things first. Yes, okay, my name's Lucinda Tomorina. It's my maiden name. Tomorina is my maiden name, and my husband's name is Tom Kesilome. For all those of you who are in Papua New Guinea, you know some of the names might be, some of the names that I'm mentioning may be a little bit familiar to you all. And we have three kids. We have a bigger boy. I have my eldest son who is 13 years old at the moment, and I have my daughter here, which a twin sister to her twin brother. We have twins, this boy and a girl. So we have three kids, as you all have been watching. They also have a YouTube channel, and it's called JMM Natural Adventures. It's their names initials, so you can go check it out on YouTube. Those of you who have channels on YouTube. So yeah, this video is just to run you through about who we are. And yeah, we're from Papua New Guinea, for those of you who are watching around the world. Okay, so we began this journey when we were in town. My husband was working at the time, and I was in the house. I had the children to look after. Back in that year 2018, my children were not, yeah,
Shalom and hope you would too with us.
they just, back at that time, I didn't have a day job. I had to mind the kids at home. The three of them were not yet in school, so I was just at home. My husband was working. We had a home in town, and it all began when I had a phone, and I started just searching things online. Back in that year, I didn't have a YouTube channel, so I didn't have a Facebook account as well. I didn't have all those places where I would spend time at. I only had Chrome and Google, so I would search things there, and I wanted answers, so I was looking for answers on the internet. And while I did that, I came across a lot of things that I saw that were really, really different from everything, and I thought that I was the lucky one who knew it at that time. And so there were some things that were very tempting. There were some things that were very easy, like way too easy to believe that they were true, but I believed them at that time. I thought and I knew that they were real, or they not that they were real, but they were like, they were honestly something I would do, but not everything was what they said it was. So yeah, most of the things that I tried to search online was educational, one, and two, I wanted to know more about how I could be better in doing what I could do, especially to break out financially, how to make money. Those were the main topics I was search for. So that's just a brief run through at those years. 2018, 19, I would do that. Oh, sorry. Back in 2016, that was when I started. We newly moved into town, and I was doing all that searching online, just trying to find out if there were things there. 2017, I was still in the house, not having a job to go to work with. I had my children again to stay with, so I was still doing searches online. So if you can calculate back, it goes back in the years. So I began this path not just recently, and I learned a lot along those years to the current time. So 2018, I began to have the confidence to know there were some things online that not many people knew about. But then I was also scared to mention. So you may ask, why am I saying all these things? I'm saying all these things because There's so many people out there who need to hear this, and they're at that stage and they ask such questions. They also ask questions that I'm going to be answering alone in this video. So expect the video to be a little bit long, and if you need answers, you need to watch it right to the end of the video. If you're new and watching on this channel, welcome. That's where we are at this moment. The reason why I'm making this video is just to bring clarity to many of you who are asking, especially those of you who are following me, those of you who are new. And on the SME page, SME for Change page, there are quite a lot of good number of people or engagement that I have, that people ask questions. Some provoke the things that I do, some try to challenge the things that I do, but you realize I always answer the questions with what I already know about the journey that I'm on. Yeah, so that's the whole reason and that's the whole point of this video. So have you got anything to say? Say hi to them.
Hi, I'm just joining my mom for this video, so she's talking and I'm just supporting her by the side.
Data is with me, and if you have been watching their channel, she's the one who's leading it with all the talking. And thank you also those of you who are following their channel and watching their videos. A good number of their viewers are from Australia, so if you're watching from Australia, thank you so much for watching their videos and always being there to watch them when they upload. We appreciate you all coming to be with us on our channel, my channel, their channel. Thank you so much. So yeah, back to our topic. I had a job in 2018 and I began to go to work, so I stopped everything that I was doing online, my research and my notes. I write a lot, so I've got so many scripts like everywhere. Maybe in my old notes. This big notebook right here has a lot. So I've been writing like a lot of notes. Everything that I learn about, I write down. Not what I learn or what I see. What I learn and what I think that comes out of my mind about what I learn, I write them down. Like this page here has all the titles and the subtitles of everything that I want to do. This page as well is everything that I learn, I write them down. And this page, as you can see, I've got, these are all titles, these are all subtitles and everything that I've been writing down. You can see there's a lot. And when I brainstorm as well, I write them down. So there's rough pages and clean pages. I just want to show every one of you that I do these things like manually, and I've done them like in the years that gone by. That gives me all the boldness when I answer to questions. I have a fair idea, and I tell people what I did or what I've gone through, so it kind of makes sense. Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. My moment with my mother in this video is cut.
So yeah, let's get back. My point here is that everything you know and you begin to understand that will bring value to what you're going to do online, it really needs to be written down, because not many things are going to stay in your mind. In my mind, we forget and we do a lot of things. So you write them down, and every time when I come back to like when I run out of ideas and I come back and see one topic that I see or one title I see in my book, blows open my mind again to sort of break down more and more. To cut that long story short, in the middle there's quite a lot to do, but we just want to get into the point of this journey. A little of what I did should give you an understanding of how it was all along and how far it has come. So I just want you to know what it is so far, and get to know me more better from what I am doing, to help you understand where I am at, and that will give you more peace of mind to know me more in some areas of my life concerning this journey that you also want to become part of. So that's how far it is at that time to this time. But the very thing that kept me from doing what I supposed to do or what I would do, which is what I'm doing now, was the fear of people trying to tell you that it's not right, one, and that's one. And two would be you don't really have the self-confidence in you to do and stand up for what you think you can do is going to work out. That's the second point, and that alone is very, very powerful. If you don't have that, you cannot stand out, because the internet, especially on Facebook, you really need to have so much confidence to reach out and boldly make a post about something that is new, like what I'm doing. So many people say a lot of compliments to commend me for what I'm doing. It didn't just happen overnight. That's my point. I had to build confidence in myself to just stand up amongst the thousands of people watching what you do, to stand your ground. When you have critics, you stand your ground that you know what you're saying. So what I'm trying to say is self-confidence is very, very important, especially if you are starting with this journey where I am at today. It goes down the years. If you're just starting out, it's going to be like, but you don't have to start like how I started. How I started is an example to you, like what I'm saying to you now, that you can even start now and not wait for the years like I waited. Not only did I wait because I didn't have the self-confidence, but the equipment and the resources that you need that should take you that extra mile that you are supposed to do things and express everything that you have. uh, One of the equipment that if you lack or you should have, and if you don't have, that will keep you from not doing what you're supposed to do, which is what I'm doing as well. So that's a phone, a good phone, a good camera, and those we don't have. Like, we don't have all the time have the chance and privilege to own such things. So I didn't have that kind of privilege, which many of you now do have, especially young people. You just finished grade 12, those of you who are young. If you are just maybe in grade 10, this is a perfect time for you to start. And your parents buy you phones that are way better than what I started with. I started with, the Alcatel phone, the short, small one. That's what I started with. But on those phones, I couldn't have additional applications like YouTube, Facebook. No, I didn't have those. So that was only Google there. I didn't also have Chrome there because there was not enough space to download Chrome. So I was using only Google just to search things I wanted to know about. So what I'm trying to say here is self-confidence is not the only thing that's going to bind you from not starting. You can start if you have a good phone, or you can start to learn if you have something like what I had. So those are some of the things that can hold you back, which held me back, and which I wish I had them, which I wish someone would, have the confidence to help me have those things to begin back there. But if then I can, like, at this stage, if I, or there are days that I think if only I started back then to this day, like, it would be different. It would be a different story. But then everything has a process and everything has a timing, and everything works for good for those who love God, those who wait on God on everything that they're going through, and they believe and hope and have faith that things will be better in the future, even if it's not better at that present stage. So that's how it is. And at this fast forwarding to this day, I began taking these thoughts seriously in mid last year, 2021. Last year I began thinking seriously because I had my children. We had to leave town because of certain things that are personal, and also concerning our personal life. We had to move out of town because of there were things we needed to do concerning the ministry, the move of God outside of town, and we had to move out. To the end of the year, which was last year, I began to gain the confidence, and the confidence didn't just come out of me saying I'm gonna do it now. I mean, many people say that they do it that way. Many people say that's how they start, or when they put their mind, they do it. Doesn't work for some people, or it doesn't really happen the same way for others. So the confidence that I had really based, like, it, if I have to narrow it down, it really came from the word of God, and the spoken, prophesied word upon our lives, that my husband and I, my children, upon our family's life, that really gave me the boost, the drive, the radical, like, faith beyond everything, that made me, yes, I will do. Now is the time. So that's how it began. I think it was 2nd or 3rd of January that I wrote a long post, and those of you, it really got a lot of engagement as well, that post about starting this journey. So this journey really began just in January of this year, and within that short period, it's February now, and that's just January the 2nd I did the post. Says, if I can remember well, and if you go to my profile and go right down, you will see a certain post I wrote about starting this journey in this year. So that was when it started, and I began to put all my drafts together and try to see which one to work on first. So like I said previously, I had so many other drafts, and I also had a draft about making money online, making courses, because I also attended a couple of free courses, not one, quite a lot, in different niche topics. Like I was in the relaxation, in the beauty, and fashion, all those. I wasn't into that. I was just studying it. But then I began to really understand, if you're not passionate about what you do, if you don't really know, or if you don't enjoy what you do, you're going to run short, and your passion for it will be like, not complete, and that you will realize you cannot pursue that path anymore. So I had a couple of drafts, like quite a lot, and I really needed to narrow down to what's going to work and what I would focus on. But the one thing that really, really what I can offer and just continue to offer is talking about money and making money online. Not because I want to talk about money or make plenty money, but it's because that was the drive that made me search for more answers. That was what made me want to know more and how I can be more productive online. So that I narrowed right down. That doesn't mean that I will talk about money for the rest of my life. Again, that's the reason why my channel here on YouTube is named after my name. That means that I can do anything apart from just talking about money. Like I can do vlogging like every day, whenever time or whenever I see fitting. Like if I can take my children out and I see it's fitting that I can do a video, I can do that, and there's really nothing wrong about that. So that will come in another topic, why you should name your channel just your name. That's gonna be another video, so let's leave that for later. Let's get back to the main topic of today's video. So yeah, since the launch of my digital product, which I did an announcement, like I said, in the early January first week, I did an announcement, and then right after that I put to work the hours, the nights, the days. So having an online business or becoming or creating really needs to be upon you as an individual, and one thing for sure is discipline. And if you're a writer, you will know. If you're not a writer, you're going to struggle. If you're not someone who reads, it's not what you're going to do, because you're going to stay up reading and writing and knowing more. I read and type a lot on just my phone. Even if it's small, I feel more comfortable with it, and because the laptop is always with my children, my husband also uses it. So um, my phone is the one that I feel more, it's convenient. I take it around with me, and then when I'm moving around and I feel like there's a thought coming in my mind that I should write down, I just open my Word document on my phone and I write down what I'm thinking. So that's a good thing about my phone and all the writing apps that I have on the phone. Or if I'm waiting on a long line and then thoughts pop up in my mind, I just turn on my Word document and I write it down. So those are some of the experiences or some of the things that I do that also help a lot. They help a lot. So when I want to write a post, I don't go brainstorming trying to write a post and thinking, what is it about? I go just to my Word document and copy the whole thing that I wrote some days or weeks ago, and then I just paste it down. So that's what I do. I do a lot of those things. And if you are someone who wants to do things like this online, that's what you should consider practicing. You take your phone around with you for purposes that must also benefit you. The reason why phones are really made down into tablets and iPhones and all these Androids, in a sense that you have everything. It's a mini computer. You can do everything just on the phone. And if you're just using it for calling, there's a misconcept of understanding, I don't know, that you need to check it out as well. So that's one thing. And if you're just using it for watching movies, that's really not the whole purpose. It's a mini computer, meaning you can work on the phone. So that's one of the things you need to know about, which I think that will benefit many people. Um, Another thing that I used to do, which I think you should know as well, is that just begin. When I did that post earlier this year, I have to be honest that it really struck me hard. How can I present to the world? Because the world, Facebook, I have some friends that are like from Canada, from Australia, from I don't know the U.S. and the U.S. is like there's so many like places there, and there's some of my friends are from those places, and like they're more they have a broader understanding of this niche that I'm in, and but then coming from where I did, like where I am and what I did previously, gives me all the confidence that I can present in my scale. You know what I mean? I can present in my scale that whoever resonates with me and understands where I come from, in this level where I'm starting, they will understand. And of course, YouTube is so vast. So if someone else who is more advanced come to my video and try to watch it, they will know it's not for them. So they will skip it. That's the good thing about it. Someone who is a beginner or who is from where I am and the same experience that I am in, then they stick on to watch. So that's the good thing, and there's really nothing wrong about it. So that's what it is. So back when I posted that update about having to launch this thing, uh, I think because I saw many people that are in my circle of friends on Facebook also doing New Year resolutions, and so many people do New Year resolutions. I just wonder if they continue on with that resolution. But and when I was watching along the posts everyone posting, I thought about what can I do that will not only be a resolution for me but for my family, since I see the need in my family is where I should be a, you know, bringing my resolution in that area, not really stating it as a resolution but as a step up act. So after I did that post, it struck me hard, very hard. So the next week, I was really thinking hard. I was thinking of deleting it, but like I said again, there's so much engagement. So many people came commenting what I was up to doing, and so many people also wanted to know the release of the ebook. So that gave me the drive as well. So thank you very much, all of you who stood right from the first post to today. I appreciate your support and your trust, confidence that I can do something to value someone's life out there. Uh, so I think I began writing and putting together the drafts in the week 3. Yes, that was it. So I did an update of the post again. I talked about editing and scripting, and I did a post about that. That was in the third week of the month. Yes, that was the third week of the month. And if you can remember, like if you're in my shoe, you would understand that that's already end of the month, and I already told people that it's going to be released at the end of the month. So that was really something for me to really work hard, because I started at the third week. So I was working day and night. And the good thing, at the time my husband left, he wasn't with us. He went on a ministry move call. Then I think he stayed for a while back at his place. So it was just me and the kids, and I had to work day and night. I was just working non-stop, trying my best to put everything together, the topics. And of course, it's my very first time to self-publish an ebook that's like, 60 pages, 59 pages, and give it to someone. And I know there may be some people who can see, because I'm a total beginner, like I'm from nowhere. I'm not an author. I'm not someone who published something before. I'm a beginner, like out of nothing, and I'm putting this thing together. So you can imagine where I was in creating this thing. So, and then at that time, people were already asking me, they wanted to see a copy, and that was even more demanding and making me like really think hard. What am I doing? Am I gonna do it well? Like all those thoughts. So I guess the thing out of this is that trust in what you do. If you believe in what you do and you are satisfied, and most importantly, enjoy and love the work you do. If I see that I did a good job, I have to embrace it, and in that manner, it sort of triggers or radiates or brings back the same vibration, or brings back the same attraction by your audience and by the people, that even if they see a couple mistakes, even if they see certain things in it, they will understand, or they will know that the main thing is for them to get out the concept of your book. And so they will overlook everything, because that's what your approach is towards your own work. And even to this stage, I try my best to brush aside, or like, just push aside all the negative thoughts that I have about my own work. When you believe in your work and you have a trust in yourself, that's what you're going to radiate or sort of attract. That's what you're going to attract. I know that, like, why I say these things is because there are more people who are more like sort of, the kind of categorized sort of group of people. There's some who are so high, like, they're so professional high, and there are others who are like the average, and then there are others sort of below average. So when you present your work in front of a people who is like, who are more like advanced, they see you as you're not an author. Why should I buy a book from you? And what's important in your book, or what's new, or what's going to be good about it, things like that. So people have that kind of approach, which I came across a couple of them, but that doesn't move me, or that doesn't make me see myself as a bad writer, or I see myself as an intending, upcoming writer, which I made clear in my first ebook, that I hope to have be a writer or an author of some book someday. And so that can give you, if you read right to the end, you see the kind of value in the book, and see at the end what is in store that I'm going to work for. So I guess the point here is that um, even if you're a total beginner, what you know and what you are good at is not what some university students know about. That's the unique part. I mean, if they can know it, they can know the same thing you know, but you present it differently and they present it differently. And it's not like a copy thing. It's not like I'm better than you. It's you against you. If I know I'm doing it uh, a bit better now and will be better the next, then it's me against me. My work now against my work next. So I think that's the approach everyone should have. So I see that people have been buying, a very good number of people bought my book already, ebook. I think it's 1,000 plus already. So because why I say this is because I did a math, so I know the number of people. So yeah, so let's get straight into that's from the hard part of the journey, like the real hard, and I'll say the brutal truth that no one wants to tell you. Everybody wants to tell you the good side, how you can make it work and how it came about, but people don't tell you the little insides of it that's really really what's going to make someone to be coming out of where they're struggling at, like what I did. So if you're struggling at where I was, then this story will make you or help you. Even some people who have very good jobs, who are binded by their jobs, work every single day, are binded with their own fears of what they should present and be better from within themselves. So this story should at least make you see that whatever is in you that needs to come out needs to come out. And so that's one of the things that I think you should know about if you're watching this video. And if you're new, consider subscribing to my channel, because every single week there's gonna be a new video. And hit the notification bell so you get notified to watch my new videos. And again, those of you who are watching in this channel and who have subscribed, thank you so much for believing in me and for coming on board in this journey. I hope that you get inspired and become something of this journey, or continue to do something. And back to our points. So right after the ebook was right after I self-published it, I had to go through I have to be honest with you all, I didn't really convert the document into a PDF file, and I already had people paying for it. So if I can remember correctly, I had like one, two, three people. Yes, three people who paid for the ebook already, and I did not convert it to a PDF file yet. So I sort of did everything already, but I was really trying my best. At the day I had a problem with the network. When what I'm trying to say is there are people out there who are going to believe you for what you present. So there were people who already bought the ebook because of, I think one of the secrets I see that not many people master very well is the kind of marketing you offer. Before the ebook was launched, I did a video about it, which is in this channel. You can check it out. I think it's in my Know About Me playlist. So if you check the playlist out, it's Know More About Me playlist on this channel. Over there, you will see a video I did. I talked about the book. That was a week in advance. I did a video a week in advance, and a good number of people watched it. And then I also did a post a week in advance about my ebook. So what I'm trying to say is that people already believed in the product before even it was ready. People already believed in it, and based on how I talked to them about it. So before it was ready, like really really ready, I already had people buying it. So that's how fast it was in that 1 month. So that was the end of the month. And the second week, I remember the first week of February is the very time that I released that ebook. And the very first night I didn't sleep. So this is a story, and it's also telling you this very journey. I started, which many people are questioning and many people are amazed, and I'm receiving a lot of very good support from very open-minded people right across, even some from Australia, India, a good number of people outside of the nation too are watching, and I'm blessed to have everyone supporting me in that manner. That gives me that drive to continue doing what I do. It will not only benefit you, but benefit my family in a very big way. So thank you very much. And so, yeah, the very first night, I think I started marketing it. I launched it in the evening of on a Friday, um, first week of um, February. Yes, February. So the very first night, I didn't sleep. I think I had an engagement of over 100 people. I couldn't continue writing everybody's names. People were buying the book, like literally buying the book. The next day, I just continued selling out. So I think in the first and second day, I made a sale of around 600 to 700. Um, and so this is a brief story for you guys to know, and I feel it's important that you know, so that we all at peace in our minds. You know what I mean? People ask and people say, how far have you gone, how much have you done, all that sort of thing. It's not really exactly the money that I did. It's approximately what I did. It's actually more than that, but that's what I did in the first 2 days. Work for it in 2 weeks and get that. You know what I mean? You work for 2 weeks to get that pay, and then it's cut out on deductions, whatnot, and I think you're left with 300, or I don't know, but you get it. I got that within the 2 days of selling that ebook. So that's that, and that's the first time I launched that ebook. Until the second week, um, I did around over a grand to add on. That's over a grand, and until to this present time, I will say I think I did over 2 grand so far. But that's within just a span of um, end of January to the whole of February to now. So you can see how big it can be, and how it can continue to grow. And right after I started receiving all that good engagement, I went ahead to create three more digital products that are just e-booklets, meaning they're like booklets, or um, just a workbook, uh, just to help people of certain things. Because the more I see and I market and I talk about all this topic that I'm in, I see the need, because people reach out to me. I talk to people a lot. Like, I have so many messages, and I think I've been missing out a lot of people's inquiries as well. Not to say I've been ignorant, but I really cannot cope up. So I think that the best way you should do, those of you who I don't get back to you again after a long time, is because I cannot go back. Like, if I talk to you last week, this week my inbox is like right fed up, that I can't. If I go back, I keep seeing some people's messages that are still, like, up here, and you're way down there. So I think that the way you should get to my attention is to do follow-ups. I mean, if you work in an office, you continue to follow up to get answers. So it's the same thing. You want to know something more, or be served for certain things, you need to follow up and make people see that you want the attention. And so in that way, I will prioritize and answer you, because right at this stage, I talk to people not just in PNG, but also outside. So after that first product, I did a couple more, two more, three more products, and all those three have been selling out. Even to this day, they've been selling out. So I roughly can say that I'm pretty much happy so far with all the production I'm doing, and all the results I'm having. That gives me all the more confidence. Like, it just builds up from where it was before, and it also gives me more stability in my approach to what I'm teaching about, and it gives me the control in order to approach my audience in a certain manner. So that's basically what it is. I did a post last week about this video, which I'm gonna do, so I'm doing now. um, if I have forgotten some of the points that I didn't mention in here, your comments, welcome in the comment section. Talk to me, ask me the questions you need for me to do a certain video. Again, if you're new watching in this channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any single one of my videos. On this channel, we talk all things about digital products, passive income, making money online in general, especially in Papua New Guinea. And 1 and 2, I also have a playlist on my channel which is about motivational stuff that is all based on mindset with money and growth, a positive way of doing things, everything in the line of motivational stuff. So you can check that playlist out to see what you can get out there. Some very good content that I will also uploading with the Creative Commons license, so that will help you see things in a broader picture. Yeah, so that's the video. I mean, this is a video that I told you I would do, which I did, and I hope that you have learned something about me and my family. Again, I work at home. We're in the village, not in town. My family and I live in the village. We are full-time, staying at home, doing just like any village person doing what they do. But this is what I also do. I consider it as a job. I consider this job as my career. And like I said in my previous videos, I treat this as my future career, which also I'm training my children to go the same way. Together with the help of my husband, we are really trying to do things in a way that will be a little bit different, not the normal way, 9 to 5, you know. And we're learning a lot as well. We are doing most of our days and time and hours spent day and night. We learn a lot. And everything at all that we did came all about in due season and time. And I also would like to acknowledge our mentor, Pastor Garrison Passingen and his wife. They are from East Nibritan province of PNG. We'd like to acknowledge their input and what God has been doing or speaking through their lives over our lives have begun to come to pass to be where we are today. We thank you so much for that, and thank you to Pastor and his wife. If you're watching this video, thank you so much. Yes, there's one thing that not everyone considers important, but it is to us, and it is where we draw everything from. Like we wake up to know that things happen because God allows them to be. So thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.